You're listening to the Productive Not Busy podcast, where our mission is to make you more money so you'll have less stress and more free time. It's all about mindset, attitude, and taking action. And your host, Wayne Weathersby, knows how to make that happen. He's negotiated and closed over $150 million in contracts while building businesses with proven success strategies that he wants to share with you. So if you're ready to make some real money, then let's get to it. Here's Coach Wayne.
Welcome back. Hey guys, I hope you're going to enjoy this. This is a new series. I'm about to finish my next book called Be the Master of Your Day. It's about my favorite subject, which is simple strategies to manage your time and boost your productivity, right? Hence the name of the show, Productive Not Busy. And we are going to cover stuff like scheduling your time, what times of day are best for optimal productivity, what if you only had a limited amount of time, places that inspire you, who will work with you, multitasking, task switching, context switching strategies, stuff like that. I think you're going to enjoy it. It's going to be broke out over several episodes, so I think we will get started with the introduction. So what if you could finally master your time? You would see yourself make more, have more time with your family, and achieve more. So by managing time effectively, you'll experience less stress and a better sense of stability in your life. Thinking through details of your day, from the places you work to the routines you implement, will provide a secure structure. This enables you to let go of thinking about unnecessary details in order to focus on what is truly important to you. See, these strategies will help you make the most of your time and be the most productive. So I want you to consider these tools to better manage your time and be more productive. See, chapter 1 is about optimizing productivity with time and space. Visualize your ideal workspace and consider ways to make it a reality in order to make them the best use of time. Think about when the most productivity takes place and where. Number 2, we're going to talk about focused task management. These are surprising disadvantages of multitasking. Context switching and task switching. Though it may seem impressive to many to do lots of tasks at one time, you'll actually be more productive if you just focus on one at a time. Then we're going to talk about prioritizing daily tasks. How do you decide the most important task and discover how to get the most out of work time by focusing on high priority tasks? Okay, so let's start with chapter 1. Optimizing productivity with time and space. I want you to think about this. Using effective time management techniques provides a stability and consistency in daily life. As a result, you'll spend less time worrying about the future and more time about the task at hand. The first thing to consider is mapping out your day is to find out what your peak productivity time is. Next thing about where you're most productive at. As you visualize your whole day, you are more able to focus on the small pieces. In order to effectively manage your hour-by-hour and day-by-day routine, you must first ask yourself a couple questions. What is the time of day that I most thrive? Are you a morning person? Are you an evening person, night owl, or somewhere in between? Think for a moment about how your most ideal productivity happens and how that would look. So in other words, think for a moment about how your most ideal productive day would go. Do you take the morning slow, or do you just jump right into work? Or are you more productive at night? Once you can pinpoint your most productive hours, you're better able to work out the rest of your day, so you can make the most out of your valuable time. Perhaps you found that it's difficult to get productive at all during the day. This is frustrating for most. It's a dilemma. This dilemma is one that you can overcome, though it may be a struggle to get going. Once you're in the flow of work, it all comes easily. So, times of optimal productivity. See, in 2017, a California based research study found that the most productive time of day was around 11 a.m. So, people were most mentally alert between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m., they say. You can use this information while scheduling meetings, as this is the time where people will be most attentive. Informative and attentive. Information has even been found about the months where people are most productive. The most productive month of the year is typically October. As you walk through the typical layout of your day, picture the parts you might want to change. Perhaps they're daily time management habits that you'd like to get rid of. Maybe you have multiple times throughout the day where you find yourself in a productive state. If you can picture your productivity in 90-minute increments, it might make it easier to place those throughout your day or all in one block. So what if I only have limited amount of time? Well, because life is life, there will always be distractions or needs that are unplanned. If you plan to have 4 hours to work, but you wind up only having 1 hour, that does not mean that the day or the time to be productive has been completely lost. It can be easy to have an all or nothing mindset on this when it comes to following a schedule and time blocking. If you cannot do all of it, do some of it. Once the schedule has been thrown off, it can seem like the rest of the day will be negatively affected as well. This doesn't need to be the case, though. In order to make the most of your time all the time, take the hour you have and do everything you can with it. You don't need to rush. You just need to choose your highest priority task first. Assign yourself an hour of working on what will move the needle the most. Whatever will move you farthest ahead in your tasks. Try these tips to make the most out of a limited amount of time. Let's try this. Take it 1 minute at a time. An hour may not seem like a long time. However, a lot can happen in 10 minutes. It can be easy to let an entire hour fly by without having done a freaking thing. Analysis into paralysis. Minimize distractions. Turn your phone on silent. Focus on exactly what is in front of you. Focus on tasks that will move you the most forward in your goal in the time you have. Prioritize the tasks that need the most immediate attention. Then you need to find the places that inspire you. When considering the time of day that you're most productive, you must also consider where you are when you're the most productive. Now, envision the setting of your ideal, most productive workplace. Close your eyes. Take a second. Envision the setting of your ideal, most productive workplace. Look around. Are there others around you? What does it sound like? Is it a casual or a formal setting? Some people work well in the middle of Starbucks with all the chaos. Some people have to have a soundproof room. Others need a sound machine, a rain machine, an ocean sounds. Everybody's got their thing. There's no right or wrong answer to that. Perhaps you have a favorite coffee shop where you go to work. Make a regular habit of going to that place at your most productive time of day. If you're not able to get to your ideal setting, create an atmosphere with other qualities that reflect that ideal setting. It can be done. Turn on your big screen TV behind you. Turn on a busy coffee shop soundtrack. I'm sure there's one available. And then lock in. Consider these ideas for places to work. Go to a coffee shop. Your favorite coffee shop can provide a comfortable and productive familiarity. A coffee shop is a great place to go to get out of isolation and to be around people without being directly interrupted. Or you could join a co-working space. Many cities have co-working spaces. A co-working space has all of the amenities of a typical workplace. You can enjoy some great motivation by surrounding yourself with others who are productive. Your office. If you already work in an office setting, look around the office to see if you can work in your favorite spot, or set up your desk to reflect your work needs. If you need minimal distractions, take all the distraction items off your desk. Or you could go outside. Refresh yourself and your mind with the outside, the nature. Find a table in the shade and take in nature while driving into a productive state. It can be done. Or what a lot of us have had to get used to in the last 2 years is work at home. If you have a workspace where you live, you can add and remove setting elements according to your ideal environment. Be sure to keep your workspace away from where you sleep. Save your bedroom for sleeping. Put on a pot of coffee, put on some music, put on a soundtrack, put on some rain, whatever it takes to make you productive. Now, who will you work with? See, humans are social animals. Some are more social than others, of course. If you can find that other people give you energy, consider that fact in choosing where you work. See, perhaps you're a social person, but not productive while being social. So be honest with yourself and make a decision based on how you use your time best. If you have one person or a group of people that you work well with, invite them over. Invite them over for a weekly work session and use that time to inspire yourself. Establishing your work the best time and setting will propel you to more effective time management, I promise. Asking the simple questions of when and where will enable you to create the structure that will handle the best and the rest of your day. Having this environment in place will anchor you to your schedule when obstacles and distractions arise. All right, that was chapter 1. Hang on for chapter 2.
You've been listening to the Productive Not Busy podcast with Coach Wayne. Join us next time for more money-making strategies to help you have less stress and more free time. Follow us on Facebook at Productive Not Busy, on Instagram at frontline.coach.wayne, and on Twitter at Wayne New Jr. And remember, be productive, not busy.